Hello everybody, you gorgeous, divine, magnificent, beautiful people. I can see that my hair looks a bit funny today. That's fine. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. Been having the most glorious, wonderful, expanded, magnificent, incredible time. Just fired up and so excited and so loving. Being reminded of the truth of who I really am. Everywhere I go, everybody around me reminds me of this. It made me think of that story of a tribe in South Africa, not South Africa, in Africa, where every time a child or someone in the tribe does something wrong, they all surround that person and only affirm the good and the positive and all that is wonderful about them. And we had a similar experience on Saturday at a workshop to do with manifestation and the power of our divine minds. And then at the Unity Movement service yesterday, this really radical, on fire, his light was so switched on, Reverend was talking to us of similar stuff, and eventually the whole congregation was just shouting out, yes, 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 and just seeing our divinity in each other. And on the Saturday, calling different people up, one sought wholeness in his life, and eventually everybody was just affirming, shouting out at them how whole they already are, how every area of their lives is whole and abundant and perfect and flowing with divine order. And that to me is prayer. That is what prayer is. We are reminding each other of who we really are. And, I've really managed to take the religious part out of all of this, and it's taken me many years because I was brought up in that, and your mind tends to get a bit confused. But this has got nothing to do with religion. This has got to do with divine intelligence, one mind, the source of all that is, the vibration that exists at the very highest point. And we have a spark of that within us, and we can create and manifest from that. And it's all based on love. It's all based on love. And only here now, after this crazy, tumultuous journey, am I discovering what love is. Love just loves. It loves. And I've realized that we all are an expression of God. And I express this way, you express that way. Some of us aren't so connected, so we're not expressing completely. And that too deserves our compassion and our love, because we're constantly going to have this challenging little, I don't even want to call it a battle, but I suppose I'll settle for that term, this challenging battle between our egoic mind, the carnal mind, or the divine mind, intelligence, supreme intelligence. And, I've loved my metaphysical understanding starting to become more clear about things that were written in the Bible and what it was all about, just to show us the way, and by many other master teachers. And, I was thinking about what desire is, because this was brought up at a workshop. I hope you can hear. There's helicopters and stuff flying around. Beautiful. It was talking about desire and how every dissatisfaction in our life is there because within us is a desire from our soul, our soul's impulse basically trying to tell us you're not in alignment. You're not in alignment with the truth, because if you were in alignment, you'd feel satisfied. You wouldn't feel dissatisfied. Many of you know I lived in the place of dissatisfaction for so many years. And then it spoke of what does desire mean, and it is, the word desire comes from desire, desire, so basically of the Father. What does the Father mean? And I interpret it differently now. The Father means the heavenly mind, the divine mind, supreme intelligence, source of all that is. And that is where I can choose to reside, in divine mind. Or I can choose to reside in my carnal mind and just go round and round the same mountains. The other freedom that has come about through all of this is understanding that I am not my flesh. I am not my body. I am not my mind. I am a mind operating through a body. Oh man, everything in my outer world has to shift according to my every thought. And when I think from my place of divine intelligence, one mind, supreme source, I am a master co-creator. I am a great metaphysician. When I co-create from my lower mind, all I'm going to produce is lower vibrations. And I want to bring joy, and I want to bring love. I want to bring love and sparkles. So I'm now understanding more about, even though I failed many times in my life, I have loved to tell you how beautiful you are and how wonderful you are and how special you are. Because guess what? I was so desperately trying to see that within myself. So I had to see it within you first and be reminded and come to a place of knowing that I'm one with the divine, that I am so beautiful, that I am so perfect, that I am so whole, I am so loved, and that divine order is at play in my life. And I trust that, and I trust that. But I know that I require reminders. So I get to remind myself, and then I've got beautiful people around me, and we've all made an agreement with each other when we forget, because dear God, our ego loves to give us amnesia. It loves to forget because it prefers winning. It prefers to be the boss, you know. But life's not going to be so good if I'm operating out of my ego. And they just remind me, and we remind each other of who we really are when we forget. Hey, remember who you are. You are divine, you are gorgeous, you are perfect, you are wonderful. You are a living, full, alive, pulsing expression of God. Remember. Wouldn't that be gorgeous to just travel the world giving seminars on shout it out, just love each other into our wholeness and into our fullness. Excuse me, my papers are blowing around. I make notes on everything. And I was thinking today how, this impulse started inside of me as a little girl, and I had to be such a rebel to go and take another path towards my own fullness and my own discovery of oneness. And I remember this is going back 24, 22 years. My kids were really little, and I started to write out positive affirmations on cardboard all over my fridge, all over the cupboards, the mirrors, and stick these pieces of cardboard all over the house. And still I battled this flesh versus what my spirit knew, and the flesh versus what my spirit knew. But I know the truth. I am divine. You are divine. I am the light of the world. You are the light of the world. My God, we can change this whole world in seconds if we could all just see that I am the light of the world. We wouldn't even need boundaries. Boundaries have come about because we've forgotten that we are one. We think we are separate. I see my flesh, I look at your flesh, you look different to me. Oh, we must be different, separate. We're not, because inside all of us is a divine spark. That is our oneness. We all come from stardust. We're all going back to stardust. I love my version of things. It feels right for me. It sits right for me. It makes me feel happy, bubbly, sparkly, full of love, full of light. And yes, I carry the intention within me always to share this light. And I know I do. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed night or day. I'm going to call this the Joy blog. Just because I can. And I am joy. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Have a happy, 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 happy day. Bye-bye.